So the Bulls won the toss and sent the Wolves in to bat first in this final game in the Meeste Esiliiga. Wolves openers in position.
And the umpire is sprinting off the field.
Probably done my favourite trick and left the match ball over there. Although twice this weekend I've taken it out.
He went to get his phone.
His phone. Okay. So all the overs in this game will be bowled from the Stockholm end. Here comes the umpire. He's running over to the other umpire. That was the walkie-talkie you went and got. Yeah, neither umpire had a walkie-talkie on him.
I hope he's got his mobile phone.
So the Wolves, after the last game, will be looking to get and it's something over 120 to have a total that should be out of reach of the Bulls.
Hey Romeo, the Bulls won the toss, chose the field. We haven't moved the commentary hut onto the road, despite all the noise you may be hearing of cars driving past. Seem to have hit peak hour at Tiskre.
Left it open to get some breeze in earlier, and
never seen so many cars going past at once.
I'll shut it now, and there won't be another one for 20 minutes.
That's it. They're all gone. Tiskre will open. Furkan didn't get any runs in the first game. He'll be looking to get some in game two, and a short one from Tiskre to start with. Swing and a miss from Furkan. Ali Raza at the other end. Got a few away, but just tried to hit every ball for 6 and hold out on about 12, I think, in the earlier game. And that's nicely bowled by Tiskre. If I can try to back away and make some room, but can only drop it into the offside.
The Bulls fielder out at square leg. I wish he was on camera because he's sporting a Tim Heath style blue.
Oh, that's over. That's a good shot. Well, I'd say a good shot. He didn't move his feet and just slapped it.
Well, he got himself the 6 to get off the mark and get the Wolves innings underway.
Oh, yep, that's your mate Jay there at square leg in his very interesting hat.
It's a fetching hat.
Well, fall foul of the uniform rules coming in next year, fortunately, unless they all want to wear it.
They don't all have to wear matching hats.
Yes, they do.
All right, they just have to be matching colour.
Well,
not in
it's
style.
not a matching colour.
I know that part, but you said all wearing the same. Did you mean the colour?
Yes.
Okay.
Rocks back, pulls that. Ram's coming around, but he won't get there, and another 4 runs. So after a couple of failed attempts, Furkan is underway with a couple of boundaries.
Wicketkeeper's gone up to Tiskre, imparting some words of wisdom.
Hey, Tiskre, stop bowling crap. Thanks, mate. Or maybe he said, do you want to keep an old bowl?
Don't know what the words of wisdom are, but they should be pitch it up.
Well, let's see. Oh, and Shravan straight through his legs, but Wolves. Oh,
he's hit the edge of the pitch. Now they're going to go off a run. No, they don't.
Oh, the Wolves.
We almost had some comedy cricket there.
Reminiscent of watching the Penguins running between the wickets earlier today. I think the Penguins were probably better, to be honest.
I was just going to say, they did some very good running between the wickets.
Yeah, not when I was watching, unfortunately. But
not the first pair. The other 3 pairs did very good.
Oh, top edge, and it's going to go. Oh, it's hit the fielding disc, but It's gone for 4. And living dangerously, but getting rewards. 14 off the first over there. And I don't think the Bulls would be too disheartened. Certainly luck was on his side there. And
yeah, it wasn't the most convincing, but he'll be happy with the runs he's got on the board.
So Ram to bowl over 2 to Ali Raza, 2 national squad members. Of course, Ram had that hit earlier on the knee. We'll see if that's affecting him at all. It certainly seems like he's going with his normal run-up. Push says Div 2 style, yeah, because these 2 teams competing in Division 2 in the T20 comp. Ram starts up, that's a good ball, only just drops it into the offside and they come through for a single. Ball side's a little bit different to the second division side. I think the Stallions mix their teams up a bit more for the T10. She's putting his money on Wolves for this one. Ram comes in again and slapped into the offside by Furkan. Savio comes round to field and just won.
Savio no longer has his right hand bandaged up from that
maybe
injury.
It was all an act.
I think maybe he got a little attention on it. Some spray.
Hopefully not from Dr. Parkin. Otherwise I'll have freezer burns. Oh, good ball by Ram. Finds the right length there and dug out by Ali Raza for another single.
Luckily for Savio, Dr. Parkin is not in the house. I think it was Dr. Dalbina who was looking after him.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Furkan, one of those players that has the ability to hit the ball, hit runs quick, but he never really looks in. As a bowler, you always fancy yourself. You can get him out. But he has good hand-eye coordination. And what he lacks in, well, that's a good throw in, but Ram can't handle it. He lacks in maybe technical ability. He makes up for with those good hands and eyes. That might have been close to a run out there if Ram had managed to pick the ball up. Good fielding by Savio.
It was a good throw in from the boundary. I don't think it was Savio because Savio's over there. The throw came from
Fakir.
Cuts that away.
Cut away. Oh, well stopped there on the circle by Vamukti.
Did he stop that with his face?
No, I think he just got his hand up in front of his face before the ball crashed into it. Feel like he'd probably be making a bit of a fuss if he didn't.
Yeah, it just looked like it got past the hand on out the window, but
Aditya continuing with the nicknames. So we've had Syed the finisher. As this one's up in the air, and Savio takes the catch. So once again, Ali Raza unable to keep the ball on the ground and playing in the air. Gets caught early.
The injury from the earlier game not bothering Savio there. He's able to hold on to it.
So, we had Syed the finisher. We've had Lord Shravan. Now we've got Rambo Ram.
Rambo Ram.
With on-point bowling. Well, he's picked up a wicket with the last ball of his first over.
So the only thing I can think of Ram having any resemblance to Sylvester Stallone is that Sylvester Stallone has worn a leather jacket.
Yeah. Manish coming out to bat. Another national squad member. Travelled with the team to Sweden, but unfortunately was injured and couldn't take part in any of the matches. Let's see what he can do here. But Furkan is on strike as that was the end of the over. Mamoon will bowl. Bowled pretty well last game.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can back that up in game 2.
Lots of shuffling around going to the field, and now we've got the two fielders in the wide brim hats are close to each other. We mentioned Jay's blue. His blue hat's actually got a red ribbon on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Danushka's is a bit more closer to the bull's blue, but a bit more matte coloured.
Greyish blue?
Yeah. Oh, he's worked that round the corner, off the hip. Full toss first up from Mamoon, and that is easy pickings.
Yeah, no trouble for Furkan there to get a 4 off of Mamoon's first ball. Bulls are going to have to tighten things up here if they don't want to allow the Wolves to get away from them in a similar fashion to what the Super Strikers did.
You'd almost prefer the old Kevin Patton and start the spell with a wide to the full toss on the hip.
Yeah.
In terms of looseners, one's going to cost you a lot more than the other. So let's hope he's loose now. It's a better ball. Furkan rocks back and hits that through the covers. Savio's racing around, but he won't stop it. He was really motoring there, but couldn't get there. And it's another 4 for Furkan.
He had a long distance to go. It was always going to be a tough battle.
I envy his young legs. It's like watching Zishan run around the field. You think he can't possibly get to that, and he gets to it comfortably. Yep. Kush complaining that the umpire's not signalling 4s. It has been a little bit of an epidemic in the T10 so far. I think with so much scoring going on, the umpires...
Oh, that's short and wide, and to quote Danny Hudicek, rubbish.
The umpires sometimes forgetting to signal because so much is going on.
And I guess it's also a little bit of, they see so much as being obvious.
Yes, they don't realise that people are watching and they can only see the pitch, so...
Oh, it's more...
Well, he's given that as a no ball.
Ball from Mamoon.
And free hit time.
Mamoon is really struggling now. Looks like he's used up all these good balls against the Super Strikers in the earlier match. What can Furkan do with the free hit?
That's up in the air. It's going to be caught. Oh, Danushka gets a hand to it. Can't catch it, but he stops it going for 4. We've had, I think, 4 free hits result in catches in today and Friday. 2 for Rifak on Friday, 1 for Cheyenne earlier, and now, there was one in another one in an earlier game as well, and now nearly 1 for Danushka there. He did well to stop it. And is that going to be, straight to Vimukti. Is that going to be the little sequence that gets Mamoon back on track here?
So, Mamoon.
Ooh, nice.
Beats him outside off stump. Much better from Mamoon.
Manish. Early in his innings here. Looking to get bat on ball.
He's got a good array of shots, Manish. Once he gets started. I'll just halt things up a little there as fielders are talking to each other.
Down the leg side. Another wide.
This wayward bowling from Amon making it difficult for Manish to get bat on ball and start getting a feel for things and get into the game. Something I used to hate when batting and having to face multiple wides at the start of the innings.
Oh, it's down wide. Down leg side again. It's a long over.
This over so far has been a bit of a gift for the Wolves.
Short and wide, and that's going to be another one. So Mamoun.
It's his fourth wide for the over, plus the no ball. He's trying to frustrate Manish.
He's frustrating me.
It's going to be a bit of a shock for Manish if Mamoun gets one straight and on the stumps.
It's the old Richard Parkham theory, is it?
Well, he's going to come around the wicket.
That'll make all the difference, Terry.
Absolutely.
Smack back over his head. Savio comes round and he's dropped it. And what's worse, he's dropped it for 4. Didn't have to move much.
No, you went back to Savio to take that one all day. It was much easier than the one he took to dismiss Ali Raza. That Manish gets off to a start with a boundary. And the Wolves are 38 for 1 after 3.
Yes, I think I wouldn't mind that one back, the Bulls. But that is the end of the power play.
So it's been a good power play for the Wolves. But the majority of the runs coming from the first and the third over.
I think you'd say if that catch was taken, though...
Yeah, it would have been very different.
Very different. Ram now to bowl his second over. 1 for 6 so far. Oh, another good ball. Furkan just... Yeah, that's not the shot you played, Furkan. Yep.
Yeah, he's done this a lot of back to way, trying to give himself room. And if Ram's bowled that deliberately there, as he's noticed, that's very, very good. I'd like to see him follow it up with a few more like that. See if he can get Furkan to change his modus operandi.
I'm sure he doesn't know the meaning of the word. Oh, lucky to get bad on that Furkan. He got cleaned up in the earlier game, slashing across the ball on the stumps.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to knock his castle over, but he just got on a bit of bat onto it.
Where is he standing? Is that about the 4th pitch? If I was the umpire, I'd be telling him... And now he's running a diagonal line. Very strange. But I would definitely be telling him, you're going to come and stand over here where there's a line, buddy. There's not much textbook about him, though.
Ram into Manish.
That's Furkan again.
Sorry.
Mesmerised by his diagonal running.
Yeah.
So still keeping it nice and tight. Just 9 runs off his 10 balls so far. Slow ball, and he's cleaned him up. Lovely slow ball from Ram. A little bit of in-swing. And he yorked him. And that is the end of Manish.
Yeah.
So the drop not costing very much there for the Bulls.
No. Ram's slow ball wasn't that effective against the super strikers, but it's done the job here.
Captain Mubashar now coming out for the Wolves. Romeo's written an essay. Savio is like a magnet of the ball. 4 catches today. How many more can he take successfully? Good quick legs and safe pair of hands. Young man and wild runner infield. Well, he dropped the last one, Romeo, but hopefully
I'll still back him to take one or two more in this game.
he's in the right position down there. A lovely ball again from Ram. Just knocked back past him by Mubashar. Good fielding there by Savio. And that is the end of a very good spell from Ram. 2 for 10 from his 2 overs.
Yeah, that's very, very good. Great improvement from what he bowled against the Super Strikers earlier. 42 for 2, the Wolves. 4 overs completed. And at this point, you'd say they are a bit behind par.
Yeah, and I think Furkan's going to have to do most of the work here. As Jay now coming into the attack.
Well, it's, based on the previous game, this could be an opportunity for the Wolves to get that run rate headed a bit higher. Or can Jay make a similar improvement from match to match as the way that Ram did?
Short to start with. Mubashar just drops it onto the offside. And they're through for 1. Savio doing the fielding. And again, a wayward throw. Another team where we don't have a full-time keeper here with Shravan, so you have to make sure your throws are looking after him. If you're throwing it a metre in front of him, 9 times out of 10, I'm not expecting him to actually catch it. Oh, that's a big one from Furkan.
Yeah.
Can't bowl short rubbish like that.
That has landed just in front of the logs way down there at Cow Corner, and it's bounced considerable distance into the paddock behind. The fielders had to go quite some distance to get it.
Absolute gift there from Jay. Half tracker at his pace. Just sits up and says, hit me please. And Furkan doesn't need to be asked twice.
He'll be looking for a few more like that.
It's a better ball. He's got under it and it's going to go all the way. But that's a better length from Jay. Ask the question and Furkan's good enough to hit it over Savio's head.
Yeah, Furkan responded. The answer to your question, sir, is 6.
Moves into the 40s off just 18 balls. And yes, Jay once again looking expensive for the balls. And Furkan backs away, hits that into the covers, and a misfield there, but just 1 run.
Gets Mubashar a bit of the strike. Furkan might be expected to do the Lions' share of the work here.
Oh, inside edge there, well stopped by Shravan. Not standing up to the spinner, but understanding your own limitations is important, and probably won't let through so many.
He's bowled him.
Wow. That is the end of the captain.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's good for Furkan to share a little bit of the strike. Otherwise, Mubashar would just be a spectator, and once he finally got called upon, could be in trouble. But he's gone. His day's over.
Mohammed Usman coming out to bat. Hit a few good shots earlier today. And if you're looking to build a partnership here with Furkan for the final 5 overs, we are halfway through this innings, 56 for 3. I think both teams would be thinking they have the potential to be in a good spot after the next 5 overs. Savio, the captain of the Bulls, coming into bowl now. And I think they need to get Furkan if they want to restrict this total. So the longer he's there, the bigger it's going to be.
Yeah. And they've really spread the field now. You can see that they're very happy to give Furkan a single in any part of the field.
And that's going to start with a wide. Kevin can mark that one down. Another one for his stats.
Yeah, traditional Estonian way of beginning a spell. We're big on traditions here in the Estonian Cricket Association. Savio in once more.
A much better ball, but he's got a top edge and it's going to just drop inside the rope for 4.
Furkan moves on to 46 from 20 balls.
Rode his luck with that one a bit, but went hard at it and got a lot of edge on it and almost picked up a 6. Using the pace from Savio. I think I'd just be trying to bowl 6 Yorkers at Furkan. With the technique he's got.
Oh, he's got a little inside edge and he's going to pick up 4.
I think with the technique he's got, if you give him anything he can get under, you're going to have a bad time.
If the fielder had made even a half-hearted effort, he could have been able to stop that ball from reaching the rope. He just jogged along next to it, watching it, and let it roll into the rope. Easy peasy. So 50 for Furkan off 21 deliveries. It's a really good scoring.
Full toss and just over his partner's head. Down to Ram for a single.
See Furkan there. 6 4s, 3 6s in his 50. That brings Mohammed Usman on strike. And really, this ball, all he should be doing is the field hasn't made any adjustment. Just push it in any direction and it will get him a single and he can get Furkan back on strike.
Nope.
Except
for straight back to the bowler.
The one place, the only place where any contact forward of the wicket would not get him a single. And he picked it out perfectly.
Just has a bit of a hack across the line, gets it down to long on where Jay misfields it to Ram, and they're through for a single.
Now, Furkan really, he should be wanting the single, and the Bulls should be bringing the field in because they want to prevent the single. Furkan should be wanting to get himself back on strike for the next over.
I think Furkan's going to be
bowled. He's trying to go for.
I was going to say he's going to try and hit a 6, Terry. He doesn't care about your singles, and he's gone. So full and straight, like I said, get it up there. Because with his technique, when it's up there, he backs away and tries to make space, and he's always on the move. Makes it really hard to hit the ball. So good ball there from Savio.
And all he had to do was just angle the bat a little to the left, a little to the right. Just let the ball bounce off the bat. Don't do anything. And he would have been able to get a single. And
Six is better than a single, mate. Simple game.
Yeah,
Simple people.
But he would have had the opportunity to get 4 or 5 boundaries the next over if he had just done that.
It's Jay bowling again.
They might bring Jay back on now that Furkan's gone. It's not going to be Jay.
Dulcera to bowl his second. Jazib comes out to join Mohammed Usman. Also got a few good shots away in the earlier game.
But now it's going to be a question, really, of will the Wolves be able to get to triple figures?
Well, they did have quite a collapse in the first game. And they're going to hope that these two can form a partnership here. It's down the leg side and very close to the thigh, but T10, that's a wide. Pitched up and goes hard at it, and that is all the way, 6 runs.
Not the most convincing shots, but he's not going to worry too much.
Got enough of it.
Yep.
Current run rate is 12, so I think the Wolves probably be happy with 120, but Bulls will be trying to keep it more down around that 100 mark. Good ball there. Bowlsman not sure what to do with it, just ended up bunting it back to the bowler.
Yeah, he had a bit of the Furcans about him there, backing away.
Bit premeditated. And there we go again. That's even bigger.
Once more, not getting hold of all of it, but he's able to get it well over the boundary for 6.
Do wonder when these guys are going to learn. Short of a length is 6 in T10.
For the most part, I don't think they're deliberately trying to bowl that short. They just can't actually get it on the length they want.
Just dabbed down there into the gully region. Danushka comes round. And 1 run. So 1 more ball to come in the 7th over. And Jazib to face his first ball.
Not 2 to come.
Yeah, maybe there's 2 to come. There was a wide. So play and a miss first up for Jazib. Or nearly hit it straight back to the bowler. They'll get a single. And that'll be the end of 7. 82 for 4.
Jazib will retain the strike. Probably not the ideal scenario for Wolves. Mohammed Osman being in boundary hitting form currently.
Looks like Mamun coming to bowl his 2nd over.
Surely he can't bowl another over as bad as the first one he put in.
I'm not sure I'd be that confident, Terry, but he's going to start around the wicket. So I'm going to predict a leg side wide first up. Surprise me, Mamun.
Well, if I'm going to get in it, I might as well go with an offside wide.
Oh,
hey, on the stumps.
Oh, and he can't pick it up. Chance of a run out if he fielded that cleanly. Well done, Mamun.
And Savio's now heading out to the cow corner boundary into Mohammed's favourite spot.
He's been about 15 metres too short to catch any of the ones that have gone over that way. And there's another one, and that's probably even further.
That's a lot more than 15 metres over Savio's head. Yeah. You can't set fields for that.
I'm not sure bowling around the wicket is a great idea to a guy that's hoiking you over mid-wicket.
No. But I'm not sure he's thinking about that aspect of things.
Short one, pulled away nicely, and that's 4 runs. So Mamoon really costing his team. So in this match, 29 off 9 balls.
Mohammed only put that about 1.5 meters to the left of the square leg fielder, but he hit it so well that it just was way too quick for the fielder Jay to have any chance, who's now being put back on the boundary at deep square leg.
Bit late. I'm on 3 balls left. What can he do? Still around the wicket, and that's very high. No one's going to be within. Oh, Jay throws it back in. Got it on the bounce. He did get within a couple of metres of it, but it was right in the middle of about 4 fielders there.
For some reason, the wicketkeeper even decided to get in on the chase, despite the fact there were 3 other people closer to him.
So, got away with one there.
Yeah, if Jay had still been an actual square leg, he may have had a chance.
Short and swing and a miss. Jazib struggling to get bat on ball here. I'd say that should be the Bulls' main priority. Keep him on strike as much as you can.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's got it. And that's a big one. And it's over the boundary. 6 runs.
He's decided,
Just
you want to keep me on strike?
Just another short ball though, Terry.
Yeah, I know.
It's just asking to be hit.
It was there.
100 up for the Wolves after 8 overs. And can the Bulls pull this back in the last 2? Or are they going to be chasing 125, 130?
Mamoon going for 36 from his 2 overs. That's Richard Parkin-esque T10 figures.
I didn't want to say it. Oh,
he jokes about it himself.
it's Jay.
Jay's coming back for more punishment.
Not sure that's the way I would have gone, but it's probably better than giving me the last over.
And now I think that there's a chance for Mohammed to get to 50. He's 25 off 9. He's got 2 overs. Yeah. There is a long on count corner. There's no square leg, either deep or regulation at all. So there's a massive gap between the fine leg and the cow corner. Now they're straightening the long on, who's just come into your picture. So there's a big gap between him and the guy at cow corner. They really couldn't have provided more opportunities for Mohammed to hit boundaries here.
Oh, swing and a miss. Good stop by Chauvin. Stop ball.
Oh, maybe
Advantage, Jay.
is this Jay's plan? Give him those targets, and then he went chasing and he wasn't able to do it.
Oh, that's down the... Oh, his top edge straight over Chauvin's head. Oh, and a very, very lazy attempt with the foot there. Fortunately, Danushka was backing up. But really not a great effort there. But just the 1 run.
Jazib says, hey, I can have a go at those gaps as well.
Sprinting round won't get to it.
So they may have got the danger man off strike, but Jazib says, no, I'm going to do my best to get boundaries as well. I may not look as elegant doing it, but if you give me those big gaps...
Oh, really throws that up. Full toss, right in the gap. 4 runs.
Yeah.
That was... Oh, now he's complaining to the field. How about you don't bowl a rank full toss, Jay? Sure, clearly the field should have been exactly where that ball went. because you should set a field for bowling full tosses.
The only way he was going to have a field that could stop that is if he had 5 fielders on the boundary between long on and square leg.
Not a terrible idea.
No.
Outside off, and that's smacked over the non-striker's head for a single. So 1 ball left in over number 9. Can Jay finish strongly here as Muhammad, pulls him away for another 4, and just another short ball from Jay, just ranged from short to full toss in that over, and 28 he goes for off his 2, picked up the wicket of Mubashar, I think. 114 for 4 with 6 balls left. 120 plus looking on the cards. And who's it going to be? Is Savio going to bowl?
I'm assuming it's going to be Savio, who's the one who had to go and collect that 4 from...
running in from 100 metres away.
So he's going to be... nicely out of puff by the time he gets back to his bowling mark. And she'll be Jazib on strike for the final over. So Mohamed's probably not going to get an opportunity to get the 50 unless Jazib gets a single.
So Captain Savio with the last over. What can he do here? 1 for 11 from his first. I think he'd probably take the same, to be honest.
They've still got no one between the final leg and cow corner.
Almost Yorker length there from Savio. That's a good length for the final over for sure.
Brings Mohamed on strike. He's got 5 balls to get 20 runs. Jay is the fielder down at cow corner, so it shouldn't be too difficult to hit it over the top of him.
Another good full delivery there from Savio. If he can bowl another 4 balls that length, I think you'll get out of this over pretty cheaply.
Yeah, he's showing the rest of his team how to do it here. Making life difficult for 2 batters who are only interested in trying to hit boundaries.
And inside the line, says the umpire.
Yeah, it didn't even look close to a wide from here.
It looks wider when you step across to the leg side.
Yeah, well, you can't manufacture a wide.
Oh, I'm not sure that's accurate.
Legally, in the laws of the game, you're not allowed to.
Nice, another good ball there. Jay's coming in. I don't think they'll try for 2. And another single. So 117, 2 balls left. Or just dropped too short, gave him a half volley, and Mohamed puts it away. So, didn't miss by much, Savio, but it was enough.
Yeah.
So the 120 is up, with 1 ball to come.
So, Savio to Mohamed for the final time in this innings.
Full hit him on the pad. Shravan can't pick it up. That would have been a run out for sure. They'll settle for 1.
Signal as a leg by. So 124 on the board for the Wolves, which means the Bulls will be chasing 125 to win. And I think after the showing against the Super Strikers, they'll back themselves to be able to do that.
They definitely have the potential.
But Wolves will also think that they can defend this. And I think both of them are right to go into the second innings with confidence about getting the win here. So we should be in for a good battle.
We might have another close finish here. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
So the players are all back out on the field, and opening the batting up for the Bulls is Ram Krishan and Aditya Savio, the two who we thought batted lower in the innings in the previous match due to the injuries they picked up, and this is reinforcing that idea.
They've made miraculous recoveries.
Yeah, they both looked absolutely fine in the first innings of this game.
I just noticed Ram wearing number 95. I wonder if that's reference to his high score.
Well, if you get that score twice in 2 weeks,
I wouldn't want to ever get it again. Off with a single.
well, it's better than a lot of the single figures he's been getting.
True. I don't know, I always like to think I can go higher than my highest score, so don't want to immortalise it in case.
Yeah, but...
it gets less likely every year, Terry, I'll admit that.
Indeed. And he doesn't get as many opportunities as you do.
Short and, it's a wide. Savio's missed it, and it will go for 4.
Jazzy kicks it over the boundary. So 5 wides. It's been
may
called.
Have been over the white line before he kicked it.
He just made sure. He didn't want any doubt to be in anyone's mind about the matter. So
Savio might have thought he missed out there, but team gets the 4 anyway, and he gets an extra ball. Captain Mubashar bowling. Short again. Savio's hit that up, and the fielder kind of ran sideways instead of running to the ball. Might have been a catching chance. And another... Good to see the Wolves throwing is about the same as the Stallions throwing, as the keeper has to do some acrobatics to collect that one.
Yeah, I was just about to say that you were commenting on what the treatment the Bulls fielders were giving their keeper. The Wolves are saying, hold our beers.
Yep. We've got this.
Short again, but...
Just works it off the pads for another single.
Yeah, I think a lot of people might have been quite tempted into that one, but it stayed a little low, and I think Ram made the right decision. And with the 5 wides they've got, they've given themselves a nice little foundation. They don't have to take too many risks.
Good shot, Savio. Smacks it over the onside, and 4 runs, 1 bounce. Lovely shot. Hit that very hard. Timed it well. And so 2 boundaries for the opening over. Still 2 balls left. And the Bulls starting very well.
So Kimambwasha pull out some dot balls here to stem the flow of runs. Just guided away by Savio. So you've already got 12 off the over. That's not too bad. Just push it around. Frustrate the fielders by scoring off every ball. Comes in this time to Ram.
Pitched up, always had a big go at that one, and swing and a miss. That would have gone into the cars, I imagine, if he'd got hold of that.
That was his intention. That
really shouldn't park so straight.
So 13 off the over. It's
Ram's getting undressed.
Above the required run rate.
He's either calling for a thigh pad or getting rid. No, he's getting rid of his thigh pad. He said, he's
waving it around. None of his teammates want to run on and collect it.
This bowling, I don't need a thigh pad, he said. Next minute, let's hope he doesn't cop one. Already going to be sporting a bruise from the one he copped in the field. He's gone all Stu Hook and decided less padding is good.
I don't need this protection.
Nice and straight. Good start here by whoever this is. Sure we'll get the update soon.
Jazib with those white sleeves that shouldn't be allowed to have. Arcube.
All straight back to the bowler, and Ram was looking for a single, but Savio says no, and that was the right decision.
Recall Arcube rolling his sleeves up in the previous match. He's obviously not been instructed to do so here. He comes in again to Savio.
Short, and that is right in
6.
Savio's wheelhouse. 6 runs. He's played that shot beautifully all day and put it on his hips. You are going to pay.
You said earlier you didn't think you'd seen Savio hit a 6.
Yep, well, 50 metres on, 45-degree angles. A very short boundary on a 50-metre boundary behind the wicket. What do you reckon? 40 metres? Probably less.
Yeah, no, about 40.
Can't take it away from you though, Savio. 6 runs.
It's in the book. It's on the board.
Pitched up and left by Savio.
Savio's got to make that little adjustment to T10.
Just get bat on ball.
Yeah. That adjustment.
Drop it and run.
Yeah, that adjustment's not trying to smash everything. It's just to score off every ball.
Full toss, and he's done the right thing there. Just dropped it and run. And 3 dot balls in the over though. Want to be looking to minimise those dots. Last ball here, Ram on strike. Full and edged it, and Savio's coming through, and they get the single. So 21 from 2. Final over of the power play coming up, and a little bit behind the required run rate.
Yeah, a better over for Wolves there from Arcube, despite the 6.
Well, if you turn those 3 dots into singles,
yeah, the pendulum swings back the other way.
Very different story.
So it's the rock star coming on to bowl. But he hasn't got his sunglasses on anymore.
No.
It's become too overcast for him.
Different team, Terry. This is Asif. The previous rock star was New.
That's right.
But yeah, very similar hairdos. Asif, I think, probably a better bowler than New. He definitely has some good career stats to back that up. Romeo's back. Can Savio hear the commentators? He did exactly what we talked about, dropped a single, yeah. Well, haven't quite got to the point where we've got the mic'd up batters, but never say never.
Nor the public address system to broadcast the commentary to the players.
And entrance music maybe for the batters?
I think we've occasionally with some of the commentary we could have players turning around and running at the commentary box, waving bats or balls or
anything for a spectacle. Anything for a spectacle, Terry. That's what T10's all about. Certainly not about cricket, surely.
Turn it into full contact cricket.
Seif in again. Savio cuts that nicely, but he's found the man on the circle, and they'll get through for a single.
Yeah, Ram will finally get to face a ball. It's been a long time between drinks for him. Striker's end. See what he can do to Asif.
hitched up and driven straight to the man at cover. And another single and another terrible throw.
Firing it in with all the force. I think I've just worked out what it is. The fielders, they're basically venting out all the frustration from their job and their family life on those balls they're throwing back to the keeper.
What did the keeper do to deserve that? Savio pulls that again.
He's found the gap.
Nice shot, and that'll be 4.
It's not the keeper's fault. It's just the fact that they've got no other means of doing it. They've got most of these fielders not getting a bat. So if they'd got their frustrations out...
Well, I said we should play Super 8s, Terry, but you wanted to play T10s, so here we are.
We're doing both. Just most of these guys don't want to play Super 8s.
Probably a bit much to ask them to travel up from Tartu on a Wednesday evening to play Super 8s, Terry.
We'll put matches on a Sunday afternoon for them if they want. Ground 2's not doing anything at the moment.
Yeah. Full toss and just dropped for a single. That guy cover is very enthusiastic, but I don't think he's fielded one cleanly yet.
So a lot of batters in the Estonian League other than Savio would have been tempted by that and gone cross bat, but he was too smart.
Not me, Terry. Straight bat all the time, mate.
There's a couple of deliveries you got bowled to earlier this season. Didn't
that wasn't
resemble that at all?
No, it wasn't me.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. He's got one he liked and got underneath it, and that's 6 runs. So Ram finally getting one away to the boundary, and I bet that feels good.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. And the Bulls will be happy with 36 after the power play.
No wickets down.
Keeps them in touch.
And very much in touch with that required run rate.
Now the umpire's inspecting Ram's bat.
That's a nice one, mate.
I think it was actually Ram was showing it to Habib first. And,
you want to buy this bat? You want to buy a bat?
No, what it was is like, look at the cherry from the 6.
Yeah, that's a white ball. There's no cherries.
Oh, they still count. It's a mark. I suppose it don't count. What can we call a white mark on a bat from a ball?
We're getting into racial areas, Terry. I think we'll move away from that. As Mohammed Usman coming into bowl. It's a good record playing for Tartu Cricket Club. He made the switch to Wolves this year. And turned out to be the right decision because unfortunately Tartu not part of the competition at the moment. Though a lot of their players are playing for other teams at the moment. As he comes in and it's short and wide, Habib thinks about it and he gives a wide, and I don't think the bowler enjoyed that.
So, what do you think of the Wolves putting in the backstop?
I said it earlier, it's important to know your limitations, Terry.
Yeah.
And if you think you need it, but I'll tell you what, he's a more accomplished keeper than a lot of the ones we've seen today.
Indeed.
Not sure he needs it.
There was the edge over his head.
Yeah,
the backstop
you can really set a field for that.
No, but that's the only time the backstop's been employed so far.
Yeah, dropping. Oh, another terrible throw from that cover fielder.
Throw? He rolled it.
Just needs to calm down.
That one does not deserve to have the word throw used in association with it whatsoever.
So now he's moving that. He's expecting a top edge here, I think. He's got
gone wide enough to maybe be justified as the third man.
Nice ring on the offside here behind the bat.
Yeah, no, I can't climb the third man.
Short, and Ram absolutely smashes it way over the fielder's head for 6. You're not going to get a top edge to Gully bowling that.
Yeah. Incredibly fine third man, a gully on the 30-yard circle, a point on the 30-yard circle, and a cover fielder on the 30-yard circle. but he's not putting it wide outside off stump.
He's putting
Except
it
does
very
that
wide
time.
outside off stump.
Just as I say it, he proves me wrong. He says, I'll show you how wide I can put it outside off stump.
Another one outside off and finds one of those fielders, but along the ground, and they're through for a single.
Yeah, I don't really get the point of those fielders if they're still going to be allowing singles.
Any minute now. Big top edge. They can run into each other.
I think Mohammed Usman is a crucial bowler here for the Wolves. He should know. He used to play with him.
That's good from Savio. He's got to do that more often when he gets a ball on the stumps. Just drop and run.
Yep.
So, Romeo, what are your plans for the rest of the year, mate? Are you going to play some T10 and 40 over for United, or are you done for the year? Thrown up. Rahm drives that nicely. It's in a gap. Fielder's coming around. He's going to cut it off. Savio looking for two, but Rahm not interested. So, a nice shot right into a gap.
Yeah,
but couldn't find the boundary. So that's the end of number 4. 48 for none. Keeping this 12 and over going nicely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so Rahm could count. He knew it was the last ball, and he went, "No, I'll be okay. Thanks, Savio. I'll just stay up here. I don't need the 2. I'll
He's done
just
a
take
Stew
the
again.
next over."
He's channeling Stu Hook today, removing the thigh pad and now counting to 5 really well.
We've just got to see a few more pull shots from Rahm, and he'll really be doing a Stu.
Hopefully he doesn't get stumped. If you're listening, Stu, I'm sorry. A man that's never been stumped in his life. He's been now stumped 3 times in a row in the last 2 weeks.
Now, I know yesterday you said that the keeper who stumped him wouldn't be able to stump anybody.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle on this one as well. He's
put it down.
Dived one-handed, the captain, and he's put it down. Rahm just lobbing it back to him, and I think he'll look back on that one as one he should have taken.
Yep. He's hurt his bowling hand in the process, but he's going to come in again.
Full and slower, and Rahm's hit that straight to the fielder at point, and Savio very quick through for the single. And looks like just feeling the hamstring there a little bit, Savio, but looks okay to continue.
Problem with the wickets. No, all good now.
So just one off the first 2 balls here. Be looking for a boundary here. Savio pitched up and he's bowled. Too close to him to be playing that shot off the back foot like he's practiced. He should have come forward to it. And he's gone. First wicket falls for the Bulls on 49. And Mubashar, after dropping Rahm 2 balls ago, picks up Savio, and it's Fakir, who batted so well in the Bulls' first game today, coming out to join Rahm.
Yeah, so this should be a very important partnership for the Bulls here. If these two can stay up there together for 3 or 4 overs, then they should put themselves in a winning position.
Still persisting with the ring from point around to short third man, but the cover's now gone out onto the boundary. Again, a bit close to him, but he's chopped down on it and found one of those fielders for a single. So this is good bowling from Mubashar. Just that fourth stump line. And, it's up in the air. And, he's dropped it. He's dropped it. He found the fielder that's been put there exactly for that. And it's gone down. And what's more, it's gone for 4.
He made that all too common mistake in Estonian cricket. He saw the ball heading towards his way, so he decided to start running towards it, and then it went over his head. Whereas if he had have just stayed exactly where he was, he would have landed right in his bread basket.
Like Saji yesterday?
Yeah.
Short, and Ram hits that over the top, and Ali Raza sprinting round, but he can't get there. Another boundary, so Ram turning this over around for the Bulls. Started out with a wicket and 2 singles, but he's hit 2 fours to take the score to 58 from the first 5 overs.
That one also should have been a wicket because for some reason the fielder at Cow Corner was 5 metres in from the boundary. In T10 with a 50 over boundary. What are you doing?
Yep.
Hovering in between the 30-yard circle and the 50-yard boundary. Makes no sense. If he'd been back on the rope, he would have been able to take a catch or at least prevent the boundary.
5 metres in from the boundary is basically on the 30-yard circle anyway.
Not quite. It seems like it from our perspective. But
Mohammed,
when you see this one,
yeah.
you can see that there is a good distance.
Mohammed to continue here. Fakir on strike.
Now they've just brought the guy on Cow Corner onto the actual circle. They've also brought the guy back with a square leg onto the circle. And there's a deep mid-wicket in between them on the boundary.
Oh.
So they push that down, and that will be a single all day with no one near the ball.
Good ball from Mohammed there.
So at the moment, Fakir is happy to play the support role, just push the singles, get Ram on strike. For him to go chasing the big boundaries.
Big shot, offside, over the top, and that's going to be 6.
And that's exactly what Ram does. The plan is working. This is good batting by these two. They got it down to 60 runs from 28 balls.
Again, he's lofted it. The man's gone back to the boundary, though, so it's just going to be the 1.
Yeah,
I thought,
he managed to pick out the only boundary rider around there.
Well, that might be another boundary, but no. Fakir back on strike.
A little bit to his right and he would have got it.
Short and lifted over the top. Ali Raza's again coming around and he won't get there again. Another 4. Well placed by Fakir.
Yeah, I don't know how Wolves can keep persisting with the guy in Cow Corner on the 30-yard circle when they keep hitting it over his head. It's just not working.
I'm not sure, the deep cover isn't doing a lot for them. They finally bring him in.
Yeah, they send the Cow Corner back to the rope.
And I would love to see Fakir slap this over cover now, but as unlikely as that is. Oh no, he's going back. He's going back.
They realised, hey, we actually already do still have 4 in the ring, so we don't need you to bring it up.
Yep. Fakir just manages to get that down to Ali Raza. And another mad throw in from the boundary.
Because all 4 of the players inside the ring are behind square.
Yep.
It's bizarre. Anything forward is always going to score.
Short, and Ram just bunts that down to Ali Raza again and watch him throw it energetically into the bowler.
Again, sign of really intelligent cricket from these two. They'd already got the runs they needed for the over. Don't take any risks. Just push the single.
And no dots.
Yeah.
6 down, 6 overs down, 72 for 1. 13.25 runs required per over. 53 off 24.
He just got 14 off the previous.
I think if
not
these
with
two,
a lot of effort.
If these two can stick around, I think the Bulls are in with a very good chance here. Looks like we have a new bowler.
They need wickets. Wolves need to break up this partnership. So they've now got 4 fielders on the boundary on the leg side as the backward of square leg. Oh, nope. Now that they told him to go back out to the rope. Now they told him to jog back into the circle.
Because they need that 4th man inside the circle.
Because they sent the guy cover back on the boundary.
So who do we have here? It's a decent run up. And Ram launches into that one. The fielder's going back, but it's going to be over his head for 6. And Jazib it is. And Ram not letting him settle at all. Going after him from ball 1. Moves to 42 off 18.
Jazib coming in once more from the Stockholm end.
More fireworks straight back over his head, but Ali Raza is going to cut that off and just a single. As Ram practices hitting it to Stockholm. Full, and he's just dug that out for Kia. Looking for 2, but probably not on Ali's arm. Welcome back, Simoon. Not sure if I missed it, but why don't the ends change in T10? Mainly just to save time, Simoon.
Get through the overs quickly.
And always high in the air. Another chance for these
2
fielders. They're going to run into each
it.
other, and they did. They ran into each other. They put it down, and what's more, Ram gets back for 2. So absolute calamity there. No communication at all. And another chance goes down. Romeo maybe will play in September. Okay, you're recovering from hand broken from a safe shot. Well, that could happen to the best of us, Romeo.
Jazib once more.
Nice and full, and Ram just hits that down to Ali Raza for a single. Well, I hope we do see you back later in the season, Romeo. And safe's gone home, so your hand is less likely to be broken. Full toss, that's going to be a no ball. And Fakir's hit it for 4 as well. Yeah. So he's going to have a free hit. 5 runs for the no ball and the 4 plus the free hit. Could be a very expensive ball.
This has now become a big over for the Bulls. It's going to put them well above the required run rate. They've got 16 off it already, plus a free hit. If they get a boundary out of this, it'll go magical, and it will really make things a lot easier for them in this chase. Jazib needs to pull out the Yorker here.
And he's bowled well, and just bottom edge onto the leg side for a single, so that's a good finish from Jazib.
Still 17 taken from it, and the Bulls, their current run rate for the first time is above the required run rate. 36 from 18 is the scenario. As we keep saying, as long as Ram and Fakir are out there, they should be able to do this job for the Bulls, for them to be able to pick up their first win.
Big over here for Asif. He's their, I think, most accurate bowler. Probably the most dangerous. So the big over for them here. As they nearly went without the three men there behind square on the offside, and they've dropped 2 catches so far. So they want to definitely have someone there to drop the 3rd. Asif comes in and, Fakir smacked that straight to the fielder and it's gone straight through his hands. I think it's 4.
I think
We'll
it
wait
was
for the
6.
signal. Still waiting for the signal. Still waiting for the signal. Fielder's halfway to the... Yes, it is 4.
Okay.
I think it went straight through his hands, almost hit him in the foot, and just bounced inside the boundary. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, if he just made a little bit of effort to step across, he could have got his body behind the ball and protected the boundary, regardless of whether he took the catch or not.
It's always better if you drop it to not let it go for 4. And that's down the leg side and on the pads, and they'll get through for a leg bye. Again, so few fielders anywhere near the bat.
It's been one of the key elements here in the Bulls' chase here, taking those quick singles at every opportunity. They do add up. Asif coming into Ram, who's on 46.
Oh, wow.
Looking to get the 50 up with one shot.
He certainly swung at that one, but as with the previous one, he swung at that hard. He's not connected.
He ended up down on one knee and held the pose, reminiscent of you yourself yesterday.
Yes, I was quite disgusted with myself on that one. It was not so much holding the pose as trying to work out what the hell I just did. And potentially 2 there, but they stick with 1. Wolves fielders come scurrying from every direction. So, good over so far for Asif.
Yeah.
Just 2 balls left.
As long as he can not give up another boundary, this will be excellent for the Wolves.
And, Fakir in the air again, and he's finally been caught. Well taken down there by Mohammed Usman on the boundary.
Yeah, he does that very well. Got to it nice and early, got into position.
And
Fakir
Fakir's
departs.
giving the bat back to Ram as he leaves the field. And it looks like Vamukti coming out to join Ram with 30 runs needed in 14 balls.
We saw Vamukti pick up a couple of boundaries, a 4 and a 6 in the earlier match. And a little cameo like that will be exactly what the Bulls will be wanting, as long as the man at the other end can get the other 20 runs.
Yep, I think can't afford for Ram to get out now that Fakir's lost his wicket. So here comes Asif, last ball of his spell, and Vamukti unable to get anything on it, and an excellent over there from Asif brings everything right back into the Wolves' favour. Required run rate now jumps up to 15, 30 required from the last 2, and probably advantage Wolves. But it's all down to Ram and what he can do in this last 2 overs. Jazib looks like he's going to bowl his second over, and Ram certainly took a liking to him in his first.
Yeah, but it is a big difference between 12 required and 15 required.
Yeah, I'd be looking for 20 runs here if I was batting. Don't leave it to the last over.
Yeah, if you can get what you require from the last over under 2 a ball, then you feel you should be able to do it. Whereas the Wolves, they'll be hoping to restrict them to 14 or less from this over. That's a wide. That's not the way to do it.
Not a good start. Let's hope this isn't another long over. They've been pretty good in this second game. Other than, I think Mamun had a 10 or 12 ball over. It's It's a full toss. He's launched into it, and Mohammed Osman, he's dropped it. He has dropped it, but crucially, he's kept it in front of him, so kept it to the single. And probably not a bad outcome for the Wolves. Getting Ram off strike and Vamukti on.
It's fairly similar to the catch he took previously, but I think he was moving a little bit too much still.
Oh, over the offside, Vamukti. But the fielder's misjudged it, and it's going to go for 4. Oh, he overran it, and then he fell over trying to stop. And comedy of errors. If only we had the moving camera today, that one could have gone viral.
Mukti will be happy to get off the mark with a 4.
Needs a couple more of those. Short and pulled. It's in a gap, but no, there's a fielder out there on the boundary, so it'll just be 1. And they desperately need probably a 6 here from Ram. Well, 2, really. There's the first, maybe, or is that straight up?
A lot of height.
It's straight up. Ali Raza comes around and takes the catch, and that's a huge wicket for the Wolves, and he
celebrates it. Yeah, you can see how much he knows it from that celebration.
Falling 2 runs short of his 50, and couldn't quite get his team over the line here, and it's now up to Vamukti and whoever is coming out to join him, and it's a big ask. 23 in 9 balls.
It's a real shame.
23 and 8 balls.
Real shame. Ram was looking good there. But it's fallen apart.
Dulcerat coming out now. He yet to be dismissed in 7 matches. Strike rate of 183, so that's not too bad. But I think his first time batting in a T10 match. So 2 balls left here from Jazib. He went the distance in his first over, but this has been a much better over from him and getting the all-important wicket of Ram. So in he comes now to Dulcera. Big swing. Oh, he's got a lot of that. But
Ali Raza's there.
Oh, that's another one.
He's taken it.
And 2 in 2. 2 catches from Ali Raza. Almost identical. That one not quite as high. But
it had the added difficulty of his teammate almost running into him.
But now we have Jazib on a hat trick and the Bulls all but done. So this is the question. You're coming out to bat. Your team needs 23 off 7, but it's a hat trick. What do you do, Terry? And it's Ansel, or as I like to call him, Cletus. That is his middle name, but I think his best name.
Well, Ansel Cletus Fernandez.
He's pretty good.
He's got an array of very good names.
That's pretty good. Simon asking the question, where's Syed Askar, the finisher for the Bulls? Do they have a Syed? Is it Cletus? Only time will tell. He faces up to a hat-trick ball here. A lot of pressure. 23 off 7 needed. Can he smash it over the fence for 6? Can he survive the hat-trick? Oh, it's an inside edge. It's past the stumps. They get one. He's surely got to come. No, he's not even coming back for 2.
How do you not come back for 2?
And, yeah, that's game over as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they had to run 2 there. Not only does it get the extra run, it also gets Vamukti the strike for the next over.
Run yourself out if you have to, Cletus. Think about your team. Could have been a team hat-trick, Terry. So 6 balls left, 22 runs required. I don't see how Bulls are going to do that, unfortunately. As Simon said, no Syed Ashgar, the finisher.
Maybe Vamukti wants to steal his title. No. If Ansel can get him the strike.
No Lord Shravan. I think he's next in. And it's going to be Akib, I think, to bowl the last over. And he hits it straight back to him, but he's got a misfield. And through for, Ali Raza, another ridiculous throw at the stumps. That's what he does.
Pranay saying, Lord Said on his way to Tiskre. Well, he's going to be too late.
He's going to be late, Pranay.
The game's going to be over by the time he gets here. It's Vimukti, the Viscount, is the only option.
Vimukti. Yes.
If Viscount Vimukti can't do this, then no one's going to be able to.
And he comes straight up in the air. Will the fielder at point actually? He does. He takes the catch. So the ring on the offside finally pays off after 2 drops. They take a catch, and Vimukti unfortunately is gone. And Lord Shravan comes to the crease.
Vimukti was not capable of holding onto his title. No. He's been dethroned. He's had his peerage taken away. He's back to serfdom.
Oh, wait, is it Jay?
It looks like Jay.
It's Jay. Gentleman Jay walks to the crease.
So, 4 balls remaining, 21 required. Does Jay have the ability to hit 4 sixes and win the game for the Bulls?
I'm just wondering, 4 balls left, can we have 4 runouts?
So you're thinking it's more Joker Jay rather than anything judicial, or I'm out of Jay titles.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I can't see it, but prove me wrong, Jay. As Akib comes around the wicket to the left-hander. Oh, and he's
top edged it. He's going to get 4
over the short third man and 4 runs, but
that still means 3 sixes will win it.
He's just keeping us interested, Terry.
Yeah. So I'll promote him from Joker to Jester so far. If we're still in it. And if he pulls off 3 sixes, he'll be judge, jury, and executioner.
Full toss. And he's not got onto it. Fielder completely misjudges it, but they're just going to get a single. So, barring...
Oh, no, he wants the second run, but his partner's not listening. He's going, go, you've got to run.
I told you we could have 4 runouts. And the Wolves have butchered it. All he had to do was get up and walk over to the stumps, but he decided while he was lying down, he'd just have a chuck at the stumps. So, barring no balls and wides, I think this one is over.
Yep.
But another entertaining finish. Jay gets onto that nicely, but again, straight to the fielder, and now he's not even taking a single. He's disgusted with Ansel. And no, you don't get to face the last ball. I'm going to do it.
He decided he wanted to be the judge no matter what he did with the bat.
So, okay, back around the wicket here. Wolves will win their first T10 match. And Jay swing and a miss. And, he's given it as a wide. I'm not sure about that. Jay did everything he could not to hit that one.
Yeah.
It's a bit late to be pulling out the party tricks, Jay.
Oh, look, he wants to be the jester. He's keeping us entertained.
Can we have a run out last ball? That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, LBW.
I'm looking for a run out. No, not given. Habib spoils the party. But Wolves get their first win. 14 runs, 13-run victory.
Yep.
And that is the Bulls, unfortunately, 2 losses from 2. Furkan picking up man of the match for his 51 off 23. And that brings to an end another Sunday of T10 cricket here at Tiskre.
Yeah, well done to the Wolves. Well done to everyone else. We'll be back with more live cricket from Tiskre next Friday from 6:30 p.m. with another match in the Meeste Esiliiga. They've got the Hippos playing the Riders. And then they'll hopefully be some more games of a 40 over match starting from 11 o'clock on Saturday and more T10 action on Sunday from 10 a.m. Lots more cricket for you to enjoy from Estonia.